Hello, I'm Irvine Mayor Christina Shea. We are taking every step necessary to safeguard the health and well-being of our residents and our businesses. And as of today, Irvine has 33 confirmed cases. And as we have seen across the state, this number will continue to grow. I know many of you are concerned about how this crisis will impact your personal finances as well as your financial health of your business. I too run my own business and understand how difficult it is when you feel your livelihood is at stake. The Irvine City Council on March 24th passed a resolution protecting our residents and business owners from evictions, rent increases, and service and utility disconnections during the period of the COVID-19 emergency. Additionally, another resolution was passed to recommend all retail centers provide protective supplies to their employees. Also, Governor Newsom announced that 4 major financial institutions will offer mortgage relief for those impacted by COVID-19. Additionally, the Small Business Administration has offered disaster assistance loans to help companies facing hardship. If you've lost your job during this difficult time, unemployment benefits are available to you. The Greater Irvine Chamber is also offering resources for businesses to navigate these challenging times. We are closely monitoring developments and working with partners to mitigate these serious impacts to our community. Our thoughts and prayers go out to those fighting this disease, and we wish them a speedy recovery.
All right, so we got a lot to cover today. Now this video is going to be a little bit longer than we normally put out. So I'm gonna put a table of contents up here with timestamps on it. All you need to do is just go to that particular time in the video if you want to get the necessary information, and that's totally fine. Now, as we're dealing with all the effects of the coronavirus, socially, economically, financially, as you can see from the video that you just saw, we're dealing with it on a local level, but also an international level too. So it's really affected every single person out there. And so I wanted to share some encouraging news with you. So the government recently approved a $2 trillion relief known as the CARES Act that could help millions of people during this critical time. And I want to see if it's relevant to you guys. Now, the CARES Act is over 800 pages long, so I'm definitely not going to be able to go through every single detail with you, but there are some economic provisions in there that could be relevant. So I'm going to be going back and forth from my screen and back to you guys because I want to make sure that the information is correct. Now, the government is going to be providing a stimulus payment, and to see if you're eligible for this cash payment, most individuals earning less than $75,000 can expect a one-time cash payment of $1,200. Married couples would each receive a check, and families would get an additional $500 per child. That means a family of 4 earning less than $150,000 can expect $3,400. Now, how they're going to determine this is going to be off your 2019 tax returns. If you haven't prepared your tax returns yet, it's going to revert to 2018. And if you haven't filed that yet, you can use your 2019 Social Security statement showing your income to see what an employer reports to the IRS. Now, will you have to apply to receive this payment? And the answer is no. If the IRS already has your bank account information, it will transfer the money to you via direct deposit based on your recent income tax figures. And you can probably expect to receive this payment within 3 weeks. Now, if you or somebody that you know has lost their job, states will continue to pay unemployment to people who qualify. This bill adds $600 per week from the federal government on top of whatever base amount a worker receives from the state. That boosted payment will last for 4 months. Now, if you're a gig worker, freelancer, independent contractor, on a 1099, self-employed people are newly eligible for unemployment benefits, which typically you weren't before. This bill creates a new temporary pandemic unemployment assistance program representing $600 per week through the end of the year to help you through this situation. Now, if you're a part-time worker that has lost their job due to the effects of the coronavirus, this act covers you as well. Part-time workers are eligible for benefits, but the benefits amount and how long the benefits will last depend on your state. They are also eligible for additional $600 weekly benefit. Now, if you're a small business owner, there has been $350 billion that has been allocated to the SBA to provide loans up to $10 million per business. Any portion of the loan can be used to maintain payroll, keep workers on the books, pay for rent, mortgage, and existing debt that could be forgiven, provided that workers stay employed through the end of June. So small business owners, just keep in mind, this is going to be different from the SBA disaster recovery loan. So if you want to apply for this particular loan, you should be able to go directly to your business banker as long as the institution that they're at is FDIC insured, and apply for this loan. And so that way you don't have to go to an SBA accredited lender to apply. Now, for those of you with student loans, the federal government has already waived 2 months of payments and interest for many student federal loan borrowers. Now, with this particular act, it's going to move it back to September 30th. So there will be automatic payment suspensions for any student loan held by the federal government. Now, it's going to be difficult for you to get in touch with any of your loan providers right now. So what you want to do is log on to your account, make sure that your current due amount has been reset. It should have been reset there. Now, if you're a property homeowner, borrowers of federally backed mortgage loans can request a loan forbearance on their payments without penalties, fees, or interest for at least 180 days. Now, typically for a forbearance, loan payments are postponed, but interest continues to accrue. In this particular case, it's not going to apply to you guys. Also, multifamily borrowers may request a similar forbearance up to 30 days. In addition, foreclosures on similar mortgage loans are prohibited for at least 60 days, and evictions from properties related to several federal programs are also prohibited for a 120-day period. So I just covered a ton of information, and so I'm going to put some additional links in the description so you can access the information, read up further, and see how all of this applies to you. And what you want to do is you want to contact the appropriate service providers and help them walk you through this process. Unfortunately, when it comes to SBA loans or stimulus payments, I might not be the best person to talk to, but when it comes to your real estate needs, I am. I'm Chris Kwon with Compass Real Estate, and with the right information, we'll help you get there.